Hello friends, welcome to Dev's Coding Hub. Here I am with the second video on Introduction to MS Excel 2010. So this is a part 2 of the Microsoft Excel 2010. To start with, we'll start with the very basics of Microsoft Excel 2010. So here is Microsoft Excel. We have already discussed about the different components of Microsoft Excel. Today I will go for how to type data in Microsoft Excel, how to write formula, how to do calculations, how to add sheets, and some more things. So as we have already discussed, this is the workbook, book 1, which is automatically opened when you open Microsoft Excel. And then we have 3 sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3, that is there in the workbook. We can change from one sheet to another by clicking on the sheet tab. Follow the cursor and clicking on the sheet tabs. Now how to type data in Excel. As I have already discussed, the Excel worksheet is divided into some columns and rows. An intersection of columns and rows, a column and the row give us a cell. So let us start from the first cell, which is A1. Column A and column 1 is intersecting to form cell A1. Let us type a text data. Suppose number 1. If I hit enter, it will be permanent in the cell. Let us go to the cell B2 and write number 2. I can press tab to go to the rightmost cell. Suppose here I write add. I would like to add these two numbers, number 1 and number 2, and store it here under add. Then I'll write subtract. Then product and short form. And then if I divide, I'll get the quotient. So this is the data we have already typed. As because these are text data, these are left aligned, I can select all this by clicking and dragging through the mouse and make it center aligned. Under the alignment group, I have to click on center. And I can make it bold also from the font group. Now our format is ready. Let us feed some data. 56, 45, 76, 78, 45, 22. As because all these are numeric data, Excel aligns them to the right of the cell. Now let us come to the column C under add. If I add these two numbers 56 and 45, this should be shown under this add column. So how to do this in Excel? To add two numbers, we have to write a formula in Excel. Now every formula that you write in Excel must start with a equal sign. So I'll put a equal sign. Then I have to click on the first cell where I'll get the value 56. So this is the cell, and I've got the cell reference A2, as because 56 is not going to be added actually the value of column A and row 2, that means cell A2, is going to be added. Then I have to give a plus sign, and then I have to click on the next cell from which the next value is to be taken. So this is B2 actually. If I click there, I'll get to see B2. So the exact formula I have written is equal sign in A2 plus B2. Now if I hit enter, I'll be able to get a sum under add column. Similarly, for subtraction, I have to put equal sign, then click on this A2 cell, put a plus sign, again click on this B2 cell. Sorry, I have to put a minus sign here for subtracting. Then for the start cell, to get the product, if I know the cell reference, I can directly type also. So write equal sign A2 asterisk to give the multiplication sign, and then B2. And if I press tab or hit enter, I'll get the result. Then for division also, I'll put equal sign, then A2 divided by B2, and I'll hit enter to get the result. Now similarly, here also I have to write a formula like this, equals to, in this cell the values of these two cells will be added. So I have to click on the first cell, which is A3, column A, row 3, and then put a plus sign, then click on this cell B3. Then if I hit enter or press tab, I'll get the result. The difference between hitting enter and pressing tab is very simple. If I press tab, I'll go to the rightmost cell after the submission of the command, and if I hit enter, I'll come down to the next cell in the next row. Now if I have plenty of values, it will take a lot of time to write all these formulas. Rather, what we can do, we can copy this formula so that it is filled automatically and values are calculated automatically. To do so, let us go to the cell C3 where the formula is written as A3 plus B3. We'll click on the C3 cell. We'll go to the bottom right corner. Again, I'm telling you, this is bottom right corner. A small square is there. This square is called fill handle. This is used to copy formulas or the content of the cell. So if I drag, I'll be able to copy the formula downwards. Now as it is copied, if I double click on the cell to edit it, I'll see that, or you'll see that the formula has changed to A4 plus B4 automatically, and it is rightly so, as because in the cell C4 I should add the values of A4 and B4. It is done automatically in Excel, and this kind of reference of cell which is copied is called relative referencing. Now to copy the formula for subtract also, I can drag it like this. And for product and quotient, I can also do it at once. What I need to do, I need to select these two cells by dragging. Then go to the fill handle, and instead of dragging, I can double click. If I double click, it will fill the rest of the rows against which we have some values for number 1 and number 2. Now in the quotient column or column F, we have multiple decimal places. If I want to limit it to 2, I have to select all this data, and under number group of home tab, this is the home tab and this is the number group, I will be able to decrease the decimal and make it 2 decimal places. This is how we will be performing different types of arithmetic operations by writing formulas. The formulas are not predefined in Excel. These are defined by us. But for adding purpose, we may also use a function. So how do I add using a function? So for this, I'll remove all the values that is there under add column, and I'll click on the C2 column. To use a formula, what I can do, I can click on this FX button just to the left of the formula bar. This is the formula bar. If I click on this, I'll get to see a lot of formulas. Not formulas, sorry, functions. So sum is the first function in this list. So these are the most commonly used functions or most recently used functions. Instead of this, what I can do, I can select the statistical group to find out the no, actually it is under math and trick. This is sum, and I'll press OK. Now it will tell me to write the reference of the cell. So I can select the reference of the cell like this by dragging from A2 through B2, and then I'll click on OK as I can see the result, which is 101. Click on OK to make this permanent. Now if I double click on the fill handle, it will copy the formula, sum function, sorry, and it will make the sum of the two numbers in each row. Now we can align these numbers, number 1 and number 2, or all the numbers centrally by selecting this and clicking on the center alignment button under alignment. Now how to save this? To save this, I have to go to quick access toolbar and click on the save button. If I click on the save button, the save as dialog box appears, and I should give a name. Suppose the name is Excel file 1, and I should click on save button to save. That's all for today. Have a nice day. If you have liked my video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Please press the notification bell so that you can get a notification as I upload video. Thank you.